Greetings. I'm Dr. Frita McCrae Fisher, a nephrologist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and a proud member of the board of the National Kidney Foundation. I have the distinct pleasure of speaking with two of our very deserving honorees for this year's 2017 Paints Atlanta Orange Gala. We have Dr. William H. Cleveland and the lovely 12-year-old Belle Helton. Dr. Cleveland is a physician who specializes in nephrology, and he is on the medical staff of over 7 hospitals in the Atlanta area.
My interest in going into medicine was to be involved with the community. Certainly taking care of patients and practicing medicine is part of that involvement. That's not the only involvement that I feel is important. I think you have to be involved on multiple levels because our communities need us, and they need everyone to participate and contribute in ways that we can. So I find that time expands whenever you have an interest to do things that you really think are important. We have a great need, as you say, in terms of patients that need kidney transplants. We have in Georgia 300 dialysis centers that have an average of 50 to 70 patients in each of these centers. And less than 24% of these patients are interested in a kidney transplant or have been referred for kidney transplantation. So there's a great need. And so we have to get our community to recognize that being a donor is something that can help everyone.
Belle Helton is a lovely 12-year-old girl who was born with kidney disease. Belle has spent her life being an inspiration and a motivation to others. And during her life, she has had the opportunity to meet First Lady Michelle Obama. She has been able to sing with the country singers Lady Antebellum, and she has even been able to converse with Peyton Manning. Belle is a beautiful girl and a beautiful inspiration. Now, on the day that the actual transplant took place, Belle, do you remember that day?
I do. It was a really exciting day for me, and I'm blessed to have my dad's kidney. And while I was going down the aisle when they were wheeling me down, I was like, I'm in my carriage, and I said, I'm going to get my daddy's kidney, and everybody was just clapping for me. But I was still nervous at the same time, but I was happy. It's a blessing to still be alive here today and have my dad's kidney.
Alive and well and beautiful and just bringing joy to all of us who meet you.
Well,
now
thank you.
Let me ask you, Miss Michelle, were you actually in the operating room with Belle when she received the kidney?
I was not. I was in the waiting room. It's a very difficult day to go back and relive because I was hanging in the balance with 2 loved ones. I had my husband at Emory and my daughter in Eggleston, both going through very serious surgeries, one saving the life of another. And knowing that Belle had saved my life, because without her diagnosis, I would have never had the mammogram that saved my life. It was a very emotional day. And then that very last phone call, the kidney is in and working.
And working.
And the waiting room burst into tears, and I burst into tears, and we just all started praising God and thanking God for the miracle of my husband giving his kidney and it working for Belle. So it was an amazing day.
Did you get any feedback from her surgeon on what her attitude was like or anything that she said right before the procedure?
I did. The story was heavily covered with the Atlanta media, Fox 5 News, and the cameraman in Belle's OR said that when they wheeled Belle into the operating room, normally children are a little medicated because they're nervous and they're scared, but not Belle. She was so excited that day to get her dad's kidney. We explained to Belle that we all have an extra organ, and she's getting her dad's spare kidney. So in her world, she's seen nothing but excitement about this. And it was goodbye dialysis machine, which was really exciting for her. So when they wheeled her into the operating room, the cameraman shared with me a few days later that the surgeon was over just scrubbing. It was a very quiet, serious atmosphere, cold. And Belle says, "Excuse me," to the surgeon, and he turns around and very surprised, look that Belle's even, alert and speaking. And she lifts her little gown up and she says, "See these purple marks on my belly? Don't miss the spot. The kidney goes right here." And the whole room just burst into laughter. And what a blessing to me to know that that was her attitude and her demeanor before surgery.
So your child was not nervous, not scared, but she's in there directing the transplant surgeon
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
as to what to do.
Telling her not to miss the spot.
I am not afraid.
Oh, Belle, and you should not be afraid. And I'm so happy to hear how you understand what a blessing you are, what a blessing you've been to your family, to your mother. Now, this is a lot of personality in one little
Lot
girl.
to handle. Yes.
It's a lot to handle.
My mom taught me well.
You never know what she's going to say, do you?
No, ma'am.
I just love that your story, your diagnosis, your living with kidney disease, living with happiness, with excitement, with joy, you're going around sharing your story. You're such a blessing to others. And I just appreciate you both for sharing the blessings that you've gone
It was
through.
no problem at all.
We're very blessed to be able to take the experiences that we've been through, whether they be negative or not, and hopefully inspire others and show others that there's hope.
There is hope.
And-
You are a very blessed, beautiful family. It has been a joy speaking with you, and I appreciate you
You
so
too,
much
Miss
for
Dr.
sharing
Fisher.
yourselves.
This is a beautiful young woman right here.
Young, yes.
You're like 20.
Oh, you already know it.
I know.
I'm 20.
I can just tell.